In this video, we discuss sacrifices, sacrificed gods, and rebirth.
Hello, I'm Max Raven.
And I'm Cassandra Raven. Together we have over 30 years' experience in the occult, witchcraft, and magic.
We share insight, knowledge, advice, and lifestyle tips to make your magic go further and add potency to your work. Sacrifice gods appear in many stories, traditions, and religions. Some examples are Odin and Ymir from Norse mythology, Jesus, Purusha. The idea being that in order for one's energy to be purified or renewed, there needs to be some kind of death and rebirth. This cycle plays out in many religions. The idea of death and rebirth is a theme of in many forms of magic, although the purposes do vary. One common reason is so that the creation of the world can take place. There are several creation myths that have that at their core, one being that of Ymir. His very body parts were used to create the earth and land according to the poetic Eddas. Out of Ymir's flesh was fashioned the earth, and the mountains were made of his bones. The sky from the frost-cold giant's skull, and the ocean out of his blood.
And in another part of the world, we have almost exactly the same story, in the form of the god Purusha in early Hindu myth. He allowed himself to be dismembered in order for creation to take place. His eyes became the sun, his head the sky, his breath the wind, and so on. Purusha symbolises the acts of sacrifice that keep the cosmos stable.
Another form of sacrifice is that in the pursuit of wisdom. You see this very clearly with Odin. He sacrificed himself to discover the runes. He pierced himself upon his spear and hung from the tree Yggdrasil for 9 days and nights, during which time his spirit ventured into the void of Gununga Gap, where he discovered the runes.
Most of you will be aware of the story of Jesus dying on the cross and consequently resurrecting. He knew that in order to take on the sins of the world, he had to go through this process. In this case, the sacrifice was not for his own gain, but so that he could transmute the karma of mankind, everyone on earth, and relieve everyone from their sins. In Kabbalah, we place sacrificed gods in Tifereth, the 6th Sapphira, central to the Tree of Life. It's where we move above the realms of the earthly desires and the ego, and sacrifice our own ego and our own desires for higher motives. Tifereth is the central Sapphira and the balancing force where we're able to rebalance ourselves, enjoy a period of healing. The planet associated with Tifereth is the sun, reborn every morning for a fresh new beginning each day.
Throughout magic, the idea of sacrificing something or exchanging something for boons or favours from a deity are commonplace. In the past, animal sacrifices were common, especially as animals were highly valued and linked to the livelihood and survival of the family and the wider community. In some cultures, human sacrifice was practiced, but sadly in modern times it is frowned upon. And think of a few people. Most practitioners will now use something of value in place of a blood sacrifice, such as wine, incense made from resins, herbs, crushed gems, or even pearls. It is also customary to make an offering of food.
Next time you're communing with the nature or gods, try leaving an offering of food, something that will be beneficial to the nature and your environment, and certainly nothing that will be harmful to wildlife or pets. If you're enjoying our videos, comment below and let us know what you'd like us to talk about. Join our Raven Mystic community on social media. We'd love to see you there. All the links are below in the description.
Thanks for watching.